What's going on, fellow Adam Perez? I'm back once again with a brand new video today as we're set to go ahead and talk about the official trailer for the upcoming Star Wars television series in Skeleton Crew. We actually got an opportunity to get our very first look at it at the D23 Expo that wind up happening on Friday at the Disney Entertainment Showcase panel. If you missed out on the panel, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. Myself and Stuart, our co-host, wind up doing like a 2 to 3 hour live stream highlighting all the news from Pixar, Disney Live Films, Marvel Studios, and of course, Lucasfilm. And we actually gave ourselves a live reaction to the Skeleton Crew trailer. So if you want to check out our initial thoughts and just our initial reactions to it, go ahead and certainly check out that video. But guys, we got to talk about this because now that we have officially said farewell to the Acolyte, I wasn't quite sure if they were going to give us an announcement for the season 2 of the Acolyte or not, but one of the things I was looking very forward to was in fact this trailer, and boy, it certainly did not disappoint whatsoever. Skeleton Crew is set to go ahead and drop this upcoming December 3rd, so it is going to be sort of in that holiday spirit time frame of the year, if you will, and if you ask me, a perfect time for this. So let's go ahead and talk about this trailer, man, because I got to tell you, we actually did a brief preview about Skeleton Crew maybe about 2 weeks ago on APlus Hero Report. People Magazine had a really great sort of first look exclusive article giving us brand new images of the upcoming season, what we can certainly expect, giving us some insight in regards to some of the characters. But now the trailer has dropped and we got our very first insight into it. And man, can I just tell you, I love this trailer. I absolutely love this trailer. Out of all the trailers that I wind up seeing at D23 Expo, this is the one that got me hyped the most. For those of you who do not know, this is being written, I believe, by John Watts along with Christopher Ford. I believe these two together have, in fact, worked on the most recent Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland and inside the MCU. So if you really enjoyed what Tom Holland has done as Spider-Man, if you enjoyed those 3 films, he's bringing over that expertise, that ability to work with an ensemble cast and a younger cast, to certainly say the least, inject some fun. And here we have what seems to be a very Spielberg-esque, Amblin Entertainments-esque sort of adventure feel to it. It gave me goosebumps watching it. The musical score attached to this just feels very sort of coming of age, very whimsical, magical at times, and really gets me in sort of the Star Wars vibe, to be quite frank with you. I really loved what I saw out of this, and it just made me feel like we're going back to a very vibrant time. There's a sense of like Goonies in here as well. I think I already mentioned the idea of like a coming of age kind of story. But I'm kind of curious to see what these child actors are certainly going to do. They've had a really great mentor, if you will, and somebody like Jude Law, who's going to be along for the ride, that we see kind of tease at the end of this trailer that he is in fact sort of a Jedi. How he fits into this time period, how he's managed to avoid Order 66 or just avoid the idea of being found during the Imperial period. I will be really fascinated to certainly find out. But from first impressions, this trailer really had everything that I was really asking for, specifically in the sense of just giving us a great tone, a great atmosphere, and really letting us know what this show is certainly going to be. I did see some people kind of pushing back on the idea of like the suburbs in Star Wars. It definitely kind of took me aback, like, wow, look, there's buses, there's lawns, there's rows of houses, sort of thing, right? People are just living a normal life. And I even seen some crazy ass people talk about the fact that now that there's suburbs in Star Wars, it doesn't feel the same anymore. It's gonna ruin the show, sort of mentality that I've seen people have, which it just couldn't be further from the truth for me. To me, when I think of Star Wars, I literally think of a galaxy. Like, not every planet has to be sand, right? Not every planet has to be forest. I wouldn't mind an ocean planet. I wouldn't mind we already see a big cityscape planet with Coruscant sort of thing, right? So the idea that we live in a huge galaxy, there are hundreds of different planets out there. Who's to say that there aren't suburbs somewhere? Like, it just makes total and complete sense to me. Just because this is the first time that we're being introduced to it in Star Wars doesn't mean that it certainly doesn't fit. It just shows you the grander scale of what the galaxy certainly has to offer, and it's kind of fun to me. I will say visually, this trailer looks stunning. I think the idea that they have really put in attention to detail in here, it feels very vast in its scope. I don't know how much money the Acolyte wind up putting towards it, but this almost looks like a movie budget kind of level, if you will, in regards to just how clean it looks, from some of the space sequences, some of the ship designs, some of the set pieces that they have, and most importantly, the character designs. There was a really cool one of a couple of really cool character designs in here. Especially there's like an owl that seems to be on some sort of like electronic or mechanical lift. Whoever's operating that, whoever designed the owl in like a cape and stuff, this looks regal. Looks like he's the captain of a ship. I have no idea who this character is, but I'm really fascinated. A double pistol, furry guy with pointy ears. There looks to be like pirates in here also. Jumping into hyperspace. I mean, visually, a ton of different ships and planets. We even have like an X-wing flying over with its headlamps on, sort of thing. I mean, the scope of this trailer, of this series, I should say, that was showcased in this trailer looks massive, and it feels as though they really gave John Watts sort of all the credit in the world to literally just create what he certainly wanted to create. I mean, coming fresh off of Spider-Man No Way Home, I probably would be like, you know what, John Watts, have whatever you want, man. Have whatever you certainly want. And so the fact that he's coming back to direct, I'm not sure if he's also the writer, if he's co-writing it with Christopher Ford, or if Christopher Ford is just the main writer on it, but I'm really eager to go ahead and get into it. I mean, we've got some really fascinating characters. You got Jude Law's character in here. We also see the curly-haired boy. His name is Wim, who seems like he might be the lead in here. He's got his best friend who looks like the blue elephant. I could never remember the species name, unfortunately, but his name is Neil. We also have a character that looks to be female with the cool Geordie visors from The Next Generation. Her name is going to be KB. And then we have another female character in here in the trailer where her head is kind of laying on her desk. Her name is Fern. And so, for some of the interviews that I definitely have been reading for quite some time, they really talk heavily about the idea of how Jude Law has kind of been sort of the mentor for these kids, their acting coach to a certain extent as well, and that they've had some really great chemistry with one another. So I'm really eager to kind of see what this world is going to certainly look like going forward. But as far as my anticipation level for this, just through the roof right now. It looks like something that a lot of Star Wars fans could kind of get on board. I feel like there's a little bit of a positivity in their air, even in some place like Twitter, which is notorious for being a negative cesspool. But I even see some people that normally are negative kind of open-minded about what we're going to get here, just because the tone and the vibe of this series, this looks unique, fun, but also a sense of things that are familiar, in the sense of like that Spielberg slash Amblin sort of entertainment that I think we kind of loved and grew up on back in the 80s and certainly the 90s. And so I'm really fascinated by this, guys. I cannot wait to see what the series is going to turn out to be. If anything, we probably will get the whole crew together, or at least try to kind of do another series episodic review for you guys like we did with the Acolyte. It is going to be around the holidays, so it may be a little bit more busy than normal for some of us, but I am super excited. We got some great Easter eggs in regards to like the X-wing in here. There's also I believe the main character Wim, it looks like he's chilling in his bedroom on a tablet of some sort. It looks like it's either a retelling of a Luke Skywalker tale as he's facing off against a Rancor, maybe from Return of the Jedi, right? So, or maybe he's playing a video game inspired off of Luke Skywalker's sort of battles, or whatever the case may be. So I'm looking forward to this, man. I think he's really established a great world. Visually, it looks stunning, and I think John Watts is certainly going to put his best foot forward. Look, I've loved what John Watts has created, and I think he's going to have something special for us here in the Star Wars series as well. But guys, Star Wars Skeleton Crew drops December 3rd on Disney Plus. Let me know your guys' thoughts. What did you think about the trailer? What really jumped out at you? What are you looking forward to most? I need to know your thoughts in the comment section box below. But other than that, that's going to do it for me here. But until next time, do me a big favor, as always, guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A+. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.